Alright guys, WWE will be releasing the next game in their Fighting Simulator Series 26 next Friday, March. It's for all those that pre-order the Deluxe Edition and above. While the Standard Edition, the one with the CM Punk cover right here, will be released the following Tuesday. Now, WWE 2K series been releasing every year consistently, except the one year when they did 2K20 and it was horrible, so bad that they had to go back to the drawing board and figure everything out, and they didn't come back till 22 or 23. We keep getting year after year a new game, but barely any updates, except one thing it seems that people are seeing very clearly, even more this year than ever. The fact that each level is getting more and more content. Now, what do I mean about content? For the most part, maybe extra players, extra wrestlers, to some extra VC credits, to some season pass. When it comes to some games, fighting games, sports games, sometimes they get attached with season passes that they will get additional contents as the months pass after its release, instead of being able to develop it on one shot. Now, this year they decided to do 4 editions of WWE 2K. There's the Standard Edition, which if you guys are just interested in the base, and you will see if maybe you'll get the additional stuff added later on, you can get the Standard Edition, which is the CM Punk cover. This version comes with, if you pre-order, you will get the Joe Henry character. You will get his faction Evo card, so if you play my faction, you can get the card. If no one knows what my faction is, basically a card-based game within the game. Is it interesting? No, not to me at least. I'm not a big fan. You'll get created superstar parts in relation to Joe Henry, just such as a t-shirt. And if you're into the island part of WWE 2K, you will get the Joe Henry spin. So you will get all that. But that's all it includes. And what will be that cost for you? It will be, I believe, $69.99 US dollars. So for $69.99, you can get the base pack. If you want anything additional that comes in the other editions, they will release those probably in the months to come, or you would have to pay the difference, I believe, if you want the additional stuff. So the next one is the King of King editions. Now, people got really frustrated why they put Triple H. Well, if you take a look, they don't have it here, but when they first promoted the 2K26 series, the whole idea, theme of WWE, besides this CM Punk story showcase, they were going to focus on Attitude Era. You haven't seen the Attitude Era being focused on a WWE game since WWE 13, which ironically also had CM Punk in the cover before he decided to depart from WWE. And that one heavily focused on the Attitude Era. It was probably the best version of the WWE series before it started the 2K era, in storyline about certain eras. That was probably a really great era. If you want to check out how some of those look like, definitely take a look at some of my past video game videos on the channel, which shows it. I did some of the matches and I did some clips on it, so you guys can definitely take a look if you are interested. So it only makes sense why they would choose Triple H in the Deluxe Edition. Now, some saying it's an ego trip because given that he's been placed in the Hall of Fame last year, and now this year Stephanie McMahon is being placed in the Hall of Fame as well. Everyone thinks it's an ego power trip by Triple H. I cannot deny or agree to this because who knows? They are backing up with the idea that it is a K edition related to the Attitude Era, so that's why Triple H is being shown as one of the prominent people of the late Attitude Era, in my opinion. At the early Attitude Era, that goes to Stone Cold. Why wasn't Stone Cold in the cover? Yo no sé. I don't know. But anyway, let's look at the King of King editions. If you pre-order now to claim the throne with the King of King editions of WWE 2K26, it includes WWE Royalty Triple H 98 era version of the Superstar and Stephanie McMahon's 2000 look as a wrestler. You will also get Ringside Pass Premium Season 1 and 4 new Superstars to unlock. Now that Geek Zip, who was asking, they never did season with the games? Yes, they did. They did season with the games once the 2K started taking over. So you will get the 2000s plus Ringside Premium, and you'll get the Joe Henry pack. So anything from the Joe Henry pack forward, so whatever you pre-order from the base, you will get that. But the only additional 2 characters you get is Stephanie McMahon and Triple H from 98. Now, Triple H 98, top form. I personally think Triple H 2001, once he came back from surgery, probably was one of the peak Triple H. And then you get the Triple H signature taunt for the Island emote. I've never played the Island last year. I was not interested. 2K25 passed by and I was barely interested. The only reason I'm getting 26 for this year, I am interested, besides doing the stream that's Friday, I am thinking of doing some content in relation to the 2K game for the channel. What is that going to be? You'll have to stay tuned to find out. I do have an idea, obviously, but I got to detail it out. Anyway, the price for the pre-order for the King of King editions, a whopping $100. For the price of $30, you get Triple H and Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. Sounds like it's worth it. Anyway, here's the real edition for most fans probably would be considering getting if you're really into the 2K games. It is the Attitude Era edition, to the point that they changed the logo. And they put hardcore, in case you forgot. They had a hardcore era. D-Gen says it's always the opponent that are more relevant in the feuds and not Triple H. Okay, Triple H is still a GOAT. He helped everyone pushed over. Anyway, the Attitude Era, what do they contain? Besides the Joe Henry pre-order you get with the standard, you'll get 1,000 VC, which is the currency they use for stuff inside the game. My Rice Mega Boost. You'll get the Ringside Premium Seasons 1 through 4. Do you get it in the King of King 1 through 4? No. The King of King editions for $100, you only get the first season. 2 to 4 seasons you will have to pay on your own, and we'll get to those seasons after. Attitude Era gets 1 through 4. You'll get pre-order bonus. You'll get 7-day early pass just like King of Kings. You'll get more BC, which honestly I don't know when I'm going to use it. You'll get the King of King edition stuff, which is Triple H and Stephanie once again. Happy birthday, Francis. Francis, what's going on? I'm crapping on a video game like a nerd. Hey, Answer. I came in peace, no drama. Yeah, of course. The Rock is the GOAT. Well, for 100... Wait, how much is this? For the King of King editions, you'll probably get The Rock. WWE promoting your game while trashing it at the same time. Yeah, actually, in the Attitude Era edition, you will get 1999 Rock, which is probably peak Rock for many fans out there. You'll get peak Kane 98 before he got his first mask change. And of course, the late China 97. You'll get the 98 Raw Arena, which was GOAT. And you'll get faction cards, which no one cares about unless you guys play that faction. What is the whopping price WWE wants to eat from us? A whopping $129 for this game. I mean, it's worth it. If you're a fan. If you're a fan and you play video games, yes, it's worth it. If you're a fan of wrestling, but you really don't play these games, but you want to try it, I would just say stick to the base standard edition for $70. But yeah, $129. But let's go to the bigger one, which I don't know why this is the top one and not the Attitude Era, but whatever. Monday Night War Edition. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I seriously think you should get Netflix and watch some WWE content. The Monday Night Wars Edition, which will contain stuff in relation to the main, more Attitude Era content, plus WCW content. What do I mean by that? It's going to include Shawn Michaels DX. Why is that not included in the Attitude Era Edition? I have no freaking clue. They should have it. Like, first of all, where's the Attitude? Give me that cover back. They don't even show Shawn. There's Shawn Michaels right there. Look at this. He's right there. Why are they not including a Shawn Michaels? Like, I don't know, 96 Shawn Michaels? I don't know. Why are we including 98 Shawn Michaels? Oh, I'm at the King editions. And my mouse is dying on me. Awesome. Wait. I'm just going to move with my down arrow. So, China 97, everything from Attitude Era. They're including Roddy Piper from 98, which is WCW era Roddy Piper. And Macho Man Randy Savage 98, which is the NWO Macho Man Randy Savage. You'll get the WCW Thunder 98 arena, which is cool, I guess. Everyone barely watched. Who watched WCW Thunder? Who the freak watched that? The Bring It shirts? Yeah, that when he wore the Bring It shirts, yeah, that was like early 2000, right? 2001. during WrestleMania 2000 till 2002 before he went to Hollywood the first time. Yeah, and you get the DDP bang. Anyway, how much is this thing that probably only cult people would get? $150. Whoever buys this will have to be eating cheese and crackers, maybe some grapes, for at least a couple of weeks. $150 for a game. I swear to God, you better be a cult follower to wrestling in order to get it. But anyway, that's part of the story. The biggest issue with this story is the content. Now, some people went to WWE headquarters in Connecticut this last weekend to check out the game, while some people weren't able to. One of the biggest ones that wasn't able to go was my man Status. If you've never seen him, check his I believe he's on Instagram too, but on X he is at What's the Status. This man is the GOAT of 2K gaming. And what I mean about that, he knows how to create custom characters better than 2K games themselves. He is able to do it on console, but his preference is to do it on PC. He didn't do that though. Man, I was trying to scroll somewhere. But he didn't get invited. He asked him, hey, I will pay myself to get to Connecticut, because he lives in New York. It's just a Amtrak away. They said, sorry, no spots. It looked pretty empty there, but whatever. He wasn't invited. I mean, they've had issues with him in the past because he was able to create custom characters. Like look at this. He made a Rhea Ripley from the 2006 SmackDown vs. Raw games. He was able to make a custom character based on that, and he's been able to just edit. There's the Macho Man from the WCW Monday Night War 2K26, if anyone's interested. There's Miss Elizabeth. She'll probably be used as a manager, not as a wrestler. But anyway, he didn't get invited, which is fine, but we found out little by little. Like right here, he posts, since a few of you have asked, no, I was not invited to the 2K26 Creator Fest at WWE headquarters in New York City. 2K let me know they just didn't have the space for me in New York City. I even offered to cover my own expenses to cover the game for you guys, but the answer was still no. I respect that decision. I don't. He can respect it out of kindness, but I don't. I want to send a massive shout out to everyone who is there today. Enjoy the trip, kill the coverage, and enjoy New York. It's a great state. I live there. I'm biased. Yeah. So when he goes to con, he's usually dressed up as Bray Wyatt. He's very cool. But yeah, he didn't get invited. He was booted out of content creator in WWE K games about 2 years ago because they got mad that he was able to figure out how to make custom characters and matches beyond the constraints of the game's parameters. Like, he was able to, I guess, break it, but he break it without breaking it, if that makes sense. Like, he didn't brick the game, but he was able to use the parameters to make characters even greater. And I can't even find a good version of it because I guess he chooses barely to post it. First look at, because he's been just covering for the past couple months 2K game in the hopes that he will get invited, but he didn't. But then he finds out, because he does it on PC, and when you do content custom characters through any of the consoles or the PC, you're able to share it cross-platform throughout the WWE 2K system. And for some reason, they decided to block out the PC side, that the PC will have its own pool of creative characters, but it won't be able to cross-share to people like me who has the PS5 or anyone who has Xbox and now Nintendo Switch 2, because 2K26 coming out for Switch 2. There you go. Yeah, it splits PC pool. So rest in peace, PC community creation. So the community creation, I guess, is separate. He won't, I don't know. It's news to me, because I barely create characters. I usually take characters from him because he does such a fucking good job. But anyway, he is now trying to figure out what to do, because the way his channel grew was through making content on how he created characters. He showed how he did it. People enjoyed it. He is one of the top, but it is what it is. Now, the thing with the season pass, and I think if GeekZip's still here, it would make sense. Now, if anyone plays Fortnite or I guess Call of Duty with the seasons, they're basically now starting this year. It's feeling more and more like that type of season. What I mean by that, so for example, for the Fortnite people, when Power Rangers or the Halloween content came out, or any of your favorite seasons came out. For me, last year was the Power Rangers, because it did more than one character. They haven't really done a decent wrestling one. So for Power Rangers, you can buy separately the original 5 Rangers, but in order to get the green or white Power Ranger and some of the Zords, you had to go through a season. You bought the season pass for that time, and you have until X amount of time to level up through all the charts to get to the last one, which of one row, which would usually be a character or so. So the Green Ranger was somewhere halfway through level was 1 to 100, while level 100 was the White Ranger and all his stuff. It was the biggest thing ever last year near the fall, so it was worth for Fortnite. So I guess 2K loved the idea, or they've been watching Fortnite and Call of Duty for a while, and they decided to do the same thing. Now, the season pass apparently is that the Ringside pass, they'll have something like, for example, AAA pass. If you don't know, WWE bought out AAA Wrestling, which is the luchador wrestling group in Mexico. As of last year around this time, they bought it. So now they're including them for the first time ever into 2K games, which is amazing. But in order to get them, you'll probably have to go through the Ringside Pass, which means you will have to do whatever freaking tasks this Ringside Pass makes you do, and you'll have to earn levels, earn points, and then you'll buy it out through points. Now, fine if you're a diehard fan and you have time, but someone like me don't have time. So that's the first look on that. But then he actually clears it up as of recent. Where's the Stephanie face? Here we go. Nope. This is more cast videos. This is a creative character that WWE is doing in 2K26. Looks bad. Oh, here we go. So he brings. Go back. Anyway, where is it? Go back. 40 tiers. Here we go. So he explains clearly what that means for those level ups. So they have Ringside Pass. They have 6 seasons, 1 through 6. So if you purchase the highest level, it comes first 1 through 4. There's still 2 seasons that is out there that you have to purchase in addition to. So if you already went the Monday Night War and you spend 150, or Attitude Era and you spend 120, you still got to pay an additional $9.99 2 more times to get season 5 and 6. So there you go, an additional $20. But if you only get the base, which is $69.99, and then you get the 6 seasons on its own, that's $9.99 times whatever, that's about $60, right? Give or take. That's $129. Why are the people that are purchasing the Attitude Era and higher are not getting their money's worth with the additional 2 seasons? Greed. That's why. Now, in each season, apparently, there's going to be 40 tiers, so 40 levels. So you got up to, I guess, I don't know if there's a time limit like Fortnite. Hopefully not, since you purchased it and it's yours. But knowing them, they'll make you put it on a time clock. You will have time to unlock 40 tiers per season. So 40 times 6, you do the math. Now, of course, similar to Fortnite, and I don't play Call of Duty, so I don't know if this is something Call of Duty does, but for Fortnite, if you want to skip levels, you can do so. You just got to buy the Fortnite currency. WWE is going to do the same thing. You can either pay or unlock even after paying the season. They have an option to pay to unlock each level. $1.99, $2 to bypass a single tier rather than unlocking it through regular play. The cost to skip all tiers, that's $40 times $2. You're talking about $80 a season. Now, if you're super lazy and you do it for all 6 seasons, that's $80 times 6. You are spending a whopping $480 freaking dollars to just unlock stuff. And not all this stuff means extra characters. Some are just simple as skins or additional currency. So if you were to buy the base game, all the seasons, and then try to skip everything, this game is going to cost you by the end of the year $608. Now, if WWE is not trying to take your wallet through going to live events or watching it live through ESPN or Peacock or whatever, they're going to get you through video games if you're a gamer. One way or another, they're going to get the fans. So it sucks as a fan right now, especially a 2K fan. You will have to spend $608 to do all this. It is a horrible thing. And all I can say is if you really don't want to spend that money, just wait for the game to come out. Let's see what people think about the game. If it doesn't follow your liking, then definitely omit it for the year. The more people omit the game because they don't truly like it, then maybe they'll reconsider. But if you do enjoy these games, yeah, take a look. They do eventually, halfway through the year, have these games on sale. So maybe you'll get 50% off by SummerSlam. Maybe it'll be even less after that. That doesn't mean the seasons will be less. They'll still try to charge you $9.99 per season. So you'll still have to think about that. But be very cautious when it comes to that. If you have time to play all that, fine. If you don't care about these unlocks, then better for you, I guess. But anyway, next week we will play WWE 2K. We will see how the game looks, so you guys can take a look, and then you can also see how horrible I am in playing these games. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think WWE 2K went a little too far in trying to milking the gaming fans? Or do you think this is the right move? Which I really hope no one says that in the comments. Let me know your comments, and I will see you on the next gaming video.